Hi. Hello. Oh, hey guys. Is this it? Am I here? Am I actually here? Is this it? Is this it, guys? Hey guys. Hope you guys are doing well. This is working, right? We're just gonna make sure this is definitely working. Yeah? We want to double check this. Hello everyone. Hello. Yes. Don't worry. The countdown, it was not wrong. What? Who is that? Yes. I'm totally on top of this, guys. I haven't streamed in like 5 months or something. The thumbnail is alive. Oh my god, you're so right. Yeah, this is me, guys. This is me. Actually, yeah. Fun fact. This is the first. Wait, hang on. Let me turn on slow mode real quick. Hold up, guys. Hang on. 1 second. We gotta turn on slow mode. It'll be a quick slow mode, just 10 seconds. All right. Is that better? Okay, I think that's a little better. Okay, great. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome to the stream. I have not seen you guys in so long. So a lot of you guys were like, oh my god, he's alive. I finally uploaded the video. Like the last time I uploaded a video was like in November. Wait, hang on. You guys might hear some noise. Wait, I'm gonna adjust my microphone real quick. It's a little low for me. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna mute myself so I don't make you guys like make your ears bleed or something. Okay, 1 sec. Okay, is this better? Oh, this is so much better. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. I'm doing well. I hope you guys are doing well. Hello, Narukai. Hello, Kyamer. Yes, hello. Yes, this is live for those of you guys who are wondering. But you were dead? No, I'm great. No, I mean, yes, I was. I was resurrected through dark magic. Ray, hello. Game Killer, how's it going? Kuzper. Max Forest King, hello. Mad Studios, love you too. Thanks for dropping by. Hello. Oh, guys, you should become a VTuber. Yeah, I should, clearly. Yeah, by the way, like, in case you guys are curious, this whole talking thing is a new feature that we're trying out today. We're gonna see how it goes because you know it'll be fun. It's the first time I'm testing this feature, so if you guys like it, you know that's good. But yeah, we're just straight up like I'm just opening my mouth pretty much. We do have a couple different alternatives there, which I'll show you guys in a bit when we start watching the video. But I hope you guys like the talkie talks. Yeah, well, hello. Yeah, can you stream a process of you making an animation? Asks Endless. That's a good question, man. The thing about that is I used to do that all the time, and man, it doesn't exactly hold people's attention because it's you know we worked on this animation for like 7 months. Okay, you know what, let's get straight into it. Let's just get straight into it. I think enough people are here. We're gonna go ahead and start watching the video, right? Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. So what we're gonna do today is, as you guys can see in the title, we're actually gonna be watching the video again, but we're gonna be watching it together. Okay, so what that means is obviously like I'm just gonna straight up like, it's just here, right? We're just chilling, This is me in front of me talking to me. Well, and you guys, but also me. So we're going to watch this. We'll watch the intro too. Why not? And then what we're going to do is we're going to watch the whole thing through actually uninterrupted first, just to catch everybody up, And then we're going to have another watch through where I pause it and talk in detail about things and answer questions. And Will's Word, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Thank you. Oh man, longtime fan of your work. I had questions about this project, like which element was less complicated to animate. Good question. We're going to get to that for sure. So we're going to watch the video first. I'll answer that question. I'm actually really interested in answering that question, so I will let you know. By the way, Cougar McDowell VA, how's it going, man? Welcome to the stream, dude. But yeah, let's get started. You guys ready? Okay, let's get started. Let's get started. Okay, here we go. For clear, what you're about to watch is a fan animation that is not canon to the show. Oh, how's the volume? I just really wanted to see Aang and Korra fight. Obviously, they aren't alive at the same time. I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit so I can talk over myself.
This fight happen, but I hope you guys enjoyed anyway. Also, these enamel pins came in finally, and they're 10% off until Monday.
That's anyway, true. That's a good point.
Enjoy the video.
Sure, Dylan. Whatever you ask. Oh, don't worry, I'm still here. Those 4 intros were actually a really great... I'll talk about it later. My head is blocking the way, but that's fine. Oh yeah, the 2 copper pieces. We'll talk about that reference in a bit, Proxy. What is my opinion on squirrels? We'll talk about that later, okay? Yeah. I'm just gonna scooch out of the way there. The 2D effects were amazing, by the way. The explosion was all hand animated by a talented animator named Wolf D. We'll get into that later too. Nova Shadow, thank you so much. Aw, thanks, guys. Duolingo. I love this part. Big shout out to the team, by the way. I'm gonna go over all this stuff later. This man froze the whole Pacific. Oh man, and the environment looks great too. I'm gonna talk about that. Too much, I'm tired. Yeah, nautical. Exactly. All right, guys, that was it. So I mean, unless you guys want to watch the ending, but you know, whatever. The actual video is over, and that was, I mean, I'm really proud of how this turned out. I'm gonna talk about exactly how we did everything and like who did each part and like the amazing talent that was behind this video as a whole, and sort of the process too. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. The ending there, you guys are mentioning there, I'm really glad you guys liked the ending because it was a big question of like, oh, you know, how do we get this ending to be like satisfying, but not like sparking any conversation about who actually is stronger? Because let's be real, right? nobody really knows for sure who's gonna win Aang versus Korra fight. Like, there's a lot of arguments from both sides. We're not gonna get into that, okay? You guys are gonna have a fun time in the comments reading all the arguments for and against it, because there is a lot of arguments for and against it. No one's right or wrong, and I do think that the most logical conclusion from a character standpoint was this conclusion, and a lot of you guys agreed with me, which I thought was really cool, because I'm glad you guys liked it. There's if they were to actually fight, like, there is, from a character perspective, I feel like this is how it would end. It wouldn't necessarily have a distinct winner or loser. So I hope you guys liked that. So yeah, the ending was so Avatar. Hey, I'm glad you guys liked it. Yeah. Oh, what's the song played in the fight scene? Yeah, a lot of people asked that, actually. It's called Legends of China by Peter Crowley. So that is a song that Peter made, and he's great. He has a YouTube channel as well. But yeah. You guys want to watch it again? I'm glad you guys liked it. Thank you so much. Papa Rappa, thank you. Yeah, Marshall, you almost cried. Oh, please don't cry. But yeah, I'm glad you liked it. That's good. I hope that's a good thing. There was a 2 copper pieces reference. Yeah, CK Solomon. Oh, let me show you. Hang on, real quick. So we're gonna go over this real quick. The actual, like, so the way we're gonna do this next watch through is we're gonna just go ahead and just watch it again, but I'm going to pause it and talk about certain parts. But before we do that, I just want to answer a few questions. Let's see here. Gilded was like, was it all a dream or was it real? I don't know, man. These are the big questions. Big questions. Tank Knight. Oh, Tank Knight. Hey, what was going on for a while when you were away and maybe animating? Can you tell? Oh yeah, I was working. This video took a long time. I didn't go anywhere. I've been working the whole time. It's just been a long time working on this video. So yeah, that's just how it is. Okay, so let's go ahead and watch it again. Oh, is she fighting kid or adult Aang? That's one thing I did want to talk about. Aang doesn't have a beard in this video. He's actually technically young Aang by the end of the first series. So in case you were wondering about that, that's what it is. Also, in case you're wondering, it is also young Korra, and when I say young Korra, I mean like season or like book 2, book 1, book 2 Korra. As you notice with her hair, she still has like the hair things. So that is long hair Korra, and part of the reason I did that was because like she still had the connection to the Avatar state, stuff like that. So it makes more sense that this thing could be possible. But that's just another aside. All right, let's go ahead and watch it. Okay, here we go. Santino Costello, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Question: why are your video self's eyes orange while stream your eyes are yellow? I have no idea. Yeah, I'm a great artist. I actually have no idea. The renders come out slightly differently when you render it with the I'm just gonna pretend like I know, but I don't really know. I don't really know. It's funny because like I'm actually just testing out this like stream version of myself, like for the first time today. So it's not really like super fleshed out yet. But we'll see. I'll look into it. But good question. Okay, let's go.
Just so we're clear.
Yeah, we don't have to watch this stuff. Oh, actually, we do.
That is not canon to the show.
Yeah.
I just really wanted to see Aang and Korra fight.
I did.
Obviously, they aren't alive at the same time, so I had to bend some rules to make this fight happen.
So many of you guys caught this, actually. I was really glad because I kind of threw this joke in there like really subtly and wanted to see if anybody caught it. And yeah, like actually like a lot of you guys did, which was hilarious. So good on you.
But I hope you guys enjoyed anyway. Also, these enamel pins came in.
This is the reference. This is the 2 copper pieces reference. So yeah, a lot of you guys seem to actually only like one of you guys caught it. I think it was just Proxy. I don't think anyone else caught this reference. So this is the hand pose position. Yeah, pose. This is the hand pose that Aang has when he does the 2 copper pieces. Wait, let me pull this up. Hang on, let me pull this up. 2 copper pieces Avatar. It's this one right here. Hang on, let me just bring this over and around. How do I do this? How do I do this? I'm here we go. Voila! 2 copper pieces. Yeah, this guy. You guys remember this guy? Yeah, this is it's from the show. It's when he's on the pirate ship. Yeah. Yeah, only Proxy got it as far as I could tell. But I was wondering if people would see it because I just thought it'd be like a fun little thing to throw in there. But yeah. Reshin says, did you use that one scene in The Incredibles where Dash runs on water as inspiration for that water surface scene? Actually, no, but that is a great scene. The reason not is because, like, technically they're flying, they're not running. One reference that I actually used was One Punch Man for that shot. One Punch Man, Genos vs. Saitama has a shot kind of similar to that particular sequence, which was a great reference. FBI. What? FBI, sir, why are you here? Why did you give me non-US dollars? Thank you for the $2 super chat. Dylan, important question. Tomboy GF or MILF GF? I have no preference. Yeah. I remember. Yay, Michael. Yeah, exactly. Evie Devi, amazing job. Love your animations. How long exactly did this take to make, you think, and how many people worked on it? Yes, good question. We're gonna get to that actually in a second. I'm gonna just start the video real quick.
Finally, and they're 10% off until.
Yeah, I love how Evie Devi's like, oh, bend the rules. Yeah.
Anyway, enjoy the video.
Okay, so now that we're here, I just want to talk about. So the number of people who worked on this particular video was, I believe. Oh crap! What's the exact number? Let me count real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13? I think. I don't know. It was like a lot of people. Okay. So anyway, yeah, it was a lot of people, and they worked really hard on it, and they did a great job. It kind of reminded me of the fight in Legendaries as well, says Proxy. Yes, actually. I will say that there was a lot of Legendary sort of influence on this project. And another thing that you guys may or may not have noticed is that Legendaries was actually also choreographed to a Peter Crowley song. So there's a little similarity there. I mean, they have a similar vibe because the composer is the same. So anyway, but yeah, so yeah, it was like 13 people. I think, so we had quite a few animators. We had four or five animators or something. And then we had like effects artists and a compositor, look dev, and then of course modelers. We had some great modelers. So just to give credit, the art gun she's the one who made the character model. She did a great job. You can see Korra here, looks great. The effects here were done by Christoph Dedeen. He's a great he's actually got a great YouTube tutorial channel series for like stylized shading in Blender. Great guy, amazing effects artist. He did a great job with all the water effects and a bunch of the other effects too. I'll show you guys about that later. And then we also had like the environment artist did an amazing job too. I'll show you guys that in a bit too. But just to give a quick overview, this was done by Saranin. This was done by Kai. These are the animators on the team. This was actually done by Ramen. And the fire here, by the way, yeah, it was 13 people, maybe 14. But the fire here was actually done by Wolf D. He is an amazing 2D effects artist. You can find him on Twitter. The links are in the description of the video. But like, man, he's so good. He did the fire effects for me. He didn't have much time, but he wanted to do it, and I was like, thank you so much because this looks so good. Yeah, so I definitely recommend checking his work out. He's worked on a couple other anime too, actually. So he's like legit. He's good. Arito, thank you so much for the €5. Is Legend of Korra worth watching? I've been putting it off for a long time now. I'm not sure if it's worth the time, like in comparison to Avatar. What I will say about Legend of Korra is that if you can ignore season 2, the rest is pretty good, in my opinion. I don't think season 2 is that great. So that's all I'll say. The reason for that is because Nickelodeon really pushed the writers to crank out a season 2 like in a very short deadline. And for the studio as well. So like they did a great job in animation, but like the writing could have been a lot better. But they more than made up for it in season 3, which I thought was great. The season 3 has a great villain, and great character arc for Korra overall. Like just great stuff. But yeah, season 2 was just it was a little frustrating to watch just because of like the things that happened and the characters. But like it is good. It is good. Yeah. Yeah. So it's up to you. Like if if getting through a season that you don't like is difficult for you, I'm not gonna force you to watch it, but it's up to you. Thanks so much for all these animations. You and the team are the best. Thank you so much, Craig. Yeah, I hope you guys really like the animation because I think the team did a great job. But anyway, so this fire, okay, blah blah blah. Yeah, okay, let's keep going. This was also animated by Ramen. I actually did the air effects for this one, so we'll talk about. Oh, also, which elements were the easiest? I just want to go over that real quick in the intro because we have all 4 here, very easily laid out. I will say that the hardest one to do was actually probably water. Christoph did a great job with the water. I mean, I wasn't really sure how to get these splashes, and he was like, "Oh, how about this?" And I was like, "Yeah, that works great." That's like really good. So the water effects look great. Christoph did the water effects. I would say water was probably one of the more difficult ones, and that's especially true when we get later on to that huge tidal wave, which Christoph also did for us, which was amazing. The Earth was another one that was difficult because of the smoke effects, but we ended up just using some pre-made assets, which helped a lot, and it looked really nice. Fire was also difficult. I'll say that we ran into some problems, but I eventually figured it out, and we eventually figured out a couple different methods actually, and we used them for all the different fire things, and that was great. We had like 3 different people came up with 3 different effects for the fire that all worked well, on top of the 2D drawn fire, which wasn't 2D drawn in the entire video. It was only for this particular shot, as well as the explosion and another shot later on. Lost Soul, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, go frame by frame? Oh, you want to? Yeah, you can actually tell right here that the fire effects here are done on 2s, and that's how you know it's 2D animated. So like I animate on 1s for 3D, and the fire effects are done on 2s. So you can see like here, right here, the characters are moving, but the fire is not. So that's just a cool thing. But yeah, basically all 4 elements were hard. Yes, except for air. Air was surprisingly easy. Like this effect was interesting because basically what I did was I took like a curve, a Bezier curve with some bevel on it, and then I essentially took the texture, one of the textures that Kai made for something else, and added the sort of like the airy texture to it essentially. And then I animated the curves by hand with hooks and empties, which is, you know, not the easiest thing in the world. It's a tedious process, but it's very straightforward from an animator's perspective. It's not very technical. So this was actually one of the easier things to animate. So I set up this asset. Austin actually helped us a little bit too. Austin Hardwick. And yeah, Unknown, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Oh, Holographic, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Unknown asks, when's the JoJo animation? I don't know. I haven't seen JoJo yet, so it's really difficult for me to say. Holographic says, I like that each avatar bends their birth element as well as their opposite. Don't know if that was intentional, but it's a neat touch. Yeah, that's true. That's true. It was definitely intentional. Yes. Just tell me your opinion on squirrels. Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. Let's see. Okay, yeah, that's good. I think that basically answers the question, right? I think like in general, all the elements were difficult. I would say that water was the most difficult. Fire is a close second, and then earth, and then air. Earth ended up not being as hard as we originally thought because I just used pre-made assets, so that was okay. But we were struggling with that one for a bit, mostly because of the smoke. But anyway. Yeah, we're good. Okay, next part. Yes, this was rendered in Eevee. Yeah. For those of you guys who know Blender. Santino Castano, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Another $5 because you went all the way from Gods Don't Bleed to here. Proud of you. Oh, thank you so much, man. Thank you. That means a lot. That really does. That's crazy, though. I mean, Gods Don't Bleed was like 8 years ago. No, 9? No, 8 years. I've only been animating for 8 years. 8 years, 7 years. It's got to be 7 years ago now. It was a long time ago. Yeah. Did you guys have a favorite part in this animation, actually? I'm curious. Oh, Drogo says, I like the part when Korra went God mode. Yeah, that's fun. That's fun. Ah, yes. Is this an air temple? That's a good question, actually. A lot of people are probably wondering where this is. Obviously, we just made this place up. It's not like a place in canon or anything like that. But like originally we were thinking about putting air stuff on here, but it didn't really fit because this is technically more of like an avatar temple. If you guys actually notice, in the back of the temple, there's a scroll. There's a scroll. Right here. So you see the scroll here has all 4 elements. Obviously, Aang is blocking the air one, but you can see the top 3 is this is like an avatar scroll. So technically, this temple belongs to like the avatars, plural. I don't know. King Al says, "What do you recommend for a person who is interested in animating but has never picked up an animation program before?" Oh man, I recommend just starting. I highly recommend Blender because it's absolutely free and it's easy to pick up. Like honestly, like it's pretty good. I recommend watching the Blender Fundamentals series on the Blender official YouTube channel because I made those. Yeah, I'm the one who made the Blender Fundamentals tutorial series that goes over the basics of Blender. So if you are curious about Blender and you want to learn Blender, you can learn Blender from me on the official Blender YouTube channel, which is kind of cool. If you guys like my voice, that's like the only reason why you would watch it. No, but I think it's a summary of the information. So if you wanted to learn the basics, you could watch that. I personally feel like I went over all the things that I wish I knew. You know, like there's a lot of things in there that you know, when I started, I didn't have access to that information. So I don't know. Personally, I can't say that I'm like the best tutorial person, but I am proud of like the information I was able to provide in those tutorials in a very concise manner. So in theory, it should be helpful. So I like to recommend it to people. You're that guy. Yeah, that's me. That's me, guys. Yep, that's me. Shameless flex. Yeah, I'm not gonna be I mean, it was great. I was honored to be part of that. Oh, how long did this take to make? Yes, good question. So this animation took 7 months. 7 months. It's crazy thinking about it now. We did take a month break in the middle to work on something else, but it took 6 months. Let's say 6 months. Yeah. Was the 2D fire made in grease pencil? No, actually, it wasn't. The 2D fire was made in Flash, I believe, or Adobe Animator, or whatever. And it was just exported as a PNG sequence, which I imported into Blender and all that jazz. Shikamaru, hey, thanks for the $5 super chat. In your course, you talk about storyboarding with grease pencil. Did you do that on this animation? If so, can we see your storyboards, please? Thanks. Oh, yes, actually. Yes and yes. Yes and yes. Arigato, don't go for the fundamentals. Hey, you're welcome, Demon Animator. I hope you like them. How did you make the models? Oh, well, the Art Gun made the models, and she did a great job with them. They are based on the previous models that we've made in the past, which were also made by Art Gun, I believe. I think. Were they? Kai made a base that was great as well. I think Art Gun modified it. Yes. It's probably been asked before, but who meows? Oh, Kelley does. Yeah. Why was the fire immediately gone? Why was the fire immediately gone? Korra did at the beginning of the fight. Oh, yeah. Oh, Denny Z. Oh, you noticed. Oh, you noticed. Wait. I was wondering if anybody would notice this. Oh, you noticed it. Okay, hang on. Let's bring that back. Yo, that's a sharp observation. I was trying to like hide that fact. But yeah, so right here, so we have this here, right? Denny Z's sharp eye. Korra creates this huge wall of flame. Aang over here is like fighting, doing other stuff. Wall of flame is gone. It's totally gone. No residue, no smoke, no burnt things. That's because, you know, fire, man, it just disappears sometimes. That's just how it happens. White Lotus cameo. Yes, you guys noticed the White Lotus cameo. That's great. Yeah. There's a White Lotus tile here. This is sort of the show that this is sort of an Avatar temple. This is like the White Lotus, as you guys saw in Legend of Korra, were sort of like in charge of the Avatar and like teaching the Avatar and finding the Avatar and stuff like that. So they're related, and having the White Lotus symbol there was a big call towards that. Like more like this doesn't belong to a particular nation or a particular people, but is more of like a group effort, for lack of a better term. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, when Aang takes out the pillars, doesn't affect the structural integrity of that building. Actually, the pillars do not contribute to the structural integrity. If you take a look at this is just a small thing, but we'll talk about it. The pillars are not attached. These are actually more like obelisks. They don't connect to the ceiling. They're freestanding obelisks. It disappeared because of Spirit Realm. Thanks for the $2 super chat. But yeah, totally. Yeah, that's a great reason. That's perfect. Yeah, fire just disappears sometimes, you know. The wound in Aang's back, that was MGPR. I'm glad you guys like that. A lot of you guys actually noticed the how the wound in Aang's back was like such a great attention to detail. Big shout out to Artgun for that, because she did that on her own. She was like, hey, I'm gonna add his wound. I'm like, yeah, that'd be great. And it's just like it's just barely peeking out of his back there, and it just feels so good. So if you just take a look at this shot here, this one. This one, you can see right there, it's just peeking out. Such a great attention to detail, and I think it's great. Oh shit, I thought it was an orange slice. We were talking about good. Yeah, totally. It was an orange slice. Oh, I'll point out another error I wanted to just joke about later. But yeah. All right, so. Yes, the art gun on Twitter. All the Twitter handles are in the description of the original video. So if you guys want to check out any of the people who worked on this video, feel free to. That's an easy thing to say. I said it 3 times. Okay, so we've seen this stuff. This is great. One thing I wanted to point out, just like this, not even the team noticed this. Okay, this is the first time I'm mentioning this to anybody. All right. Literally anybody. I kept this to myself since like a long time ago, hoping nobody would notice, because like I just wanted to not have to change it, because nobody has noticed. Not a single person has noticed yet. Okay, this is a really small thing. Nobody on the team noticed it, so I didn't fix it, but I know it's there. Okay. Hey, KC says, thanks for this. Thank you for the $5 super chat. What are your thoughts on animating with more anime style models such as Ruki Curry's Callisto? Any downsides? Yeah, I definitely want to. There's a lot of things I want to do with Ruki, and her models. She actually helped on this project as well, by the way. And like, she's super talented, and I'm really excited to work on those models too. But I won't say anything about that yet, because there's a lot of things that are still like, there's something, you'll see. That's all I'm going to say. You'll see. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I have thoughts about it. I have very good thoughts. So anyway, here's the secret, okay? You guys want to see the secret? Yeah. Hey, Justin! Hey, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Thank you. So I hope you're well. I'm doing great. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. You're a great guy. Okay, so this is the secret, okay? You guys ready? Here we have, right, this is Aang flying around. Barrels. There's barrels here. Those barrels were not there be earlier, like in this. I'm just gonna point this out, okay? No barrels. No barrels. Barrels. So why are there barrels here? Does anybody know? No, nobody knows. There's no reason for barrels to be here at all. These barrels are actually from the other room with the explosives. Yeah, Ramen's like, what the heck? What are they? Yeah, these were here the whole time. I was really happy no one noticed it, because I actually kind of like them being there, because it's like, it just adds a little bit of like flavor to the flame, you know, as opposed to just like a fireball. So being able to see that just felt better. It didn't make any sense that they're there, just saying that. And it is technically a render error, okay? Yeah, because they're not supposed to be there. They're not supposed to, but I liked it, so I just kept it there, because it's there for like 3 seconds. But like, the reason why the barrels are there is because they were like a leftover from like the side room after I edited the environment to add the side room with the barrels, the flaming barrels with like the green goo in it, which we'll talk about later. That was this is not supposed to be here. It's supposed to be in the other room, but for whatever reason it glitched over to this room during the render. So the barrels are here on accident, but I kept them there because I just thought it looked nice. I don't know. So yeah, barrels. Yeah, they are the anti-fire barrels. Yeah, they are. Like, honestly, like, if they were actually the same barrels as the other ones, like, they should be exploding right now. But yeah, they're gone. Oh, Kai saw it but didn't mind it. Yes, perfect, because that's exactly how I felt too. I saw it, but I was like, that looks good. Like, I was like, that's not supposed to be there, but that kind of looks good because it just feels better, right? Like, you guys imagine like the fire without the barrels, and it just looks kind of empty, you know? So, anyways, I really liked it. So that's a little secret for you guys. Yeah. Oh, fun fact that's actually kind of cool. These shots were animated by like all different animators. So this is a kind of a cool testament to like, if nothing else, like I think as a team we work really well together. Because you look at this. So this shot here, well, this was mine. This terrible shot. This shot was done by Saranin. So this is Saranin's shot, which transitions directly into my shot here, which is actually was also animated slightly better by Ramen. He edited a few things for me. And then next shot is Kai's shot. So Kai actually does this shot, which is fantastic. I love this shot so much. Andy Hong, thank you so much for the 610 yen. Thank you so much. Is that yen? That's Japanese yen? Anyway, thank you so much. But yeah, this is Kai's shot. Fantastic shot. I did the effects for this one, and it just, man, he just did a great job. This is actually Ramen's shot here, the dodging shot. He did a fantastic job with this. I love the flips. Feels great. And then this here is another one of Kai's shots. So we got to really hook up like everybody's shots here. And then like this is like Ramen's shot, and then this is Shane's shot. So Shane actually worked on this as well, and he did all the fight stuff. So we were able to like really bring together everyone's animation and fit it and connect it, and it felt really cool. It was just something I noticed like afterwards. I was like, this is really cool. It's a sequence with like each shot done by a different person. So yeah. I'm glad you guys liked it. Yeah. King Al, $2 super chat. Are these cats also owned by Mercy? Yeah, probably. Like, just probably, yes. Yeah. Oh man, Kai did the effect for this seismic sense thing, and it turned out so good. Like, I don't know how you guys feel about this shot, but I love this shot because it just feels so accurate to the show, and the way the seismic sense moves and everything is just like, it was such a cool effect. From a technical standpoint, it was really easy to like animate, and like that was a great accomplishment for a technical artist to make an effect that felt so easy to use but so effective. It's a cool shot, right? Anyway, I want to watch it again. And this is Kai's fight. Great fight. I did the effects for it. He did a great job. He did some effects for it as well. Oh, yes. The green goo. Okay, the green goo. So the green goo is something I just wanted to address this in case anybody was curious. This is the anti-fire goo. So you guys notice that there's like, don't put fire next to this, guys. I had to put this sign here just to like make it really obvious. This goo is green. But what's interesting is like canonically, this goo technically is blasting jelly. So in case you guys don't remember, blasting jelly is a substance in the show that they put in barrels that they use as explosives. And it's supposed to be the exact same consistency as like jelly candy, I think. Which I think they do talk about like in the episode with Jet and the Freedom Fighters in the first series. The Aang series, the Last Airbender series. So yeah, technically this is blasting jelly, but they never show what blasting jelly looks like. So I was looking through the whole thing, and I was like, I need to know what color this blasting jelly is, and there is no documentation on what color blasting jelly is, or even what it looks like. It's only ever been contained in barrels. So I was like, okay, well I have to show it like leaking out. So I was like, why don't we make it green? You know, green's a good color, right, guys? Green, everyone loves green. So, yes, it's green goo. I should have put sunglasses in there, but I figured it'd be confusing. So, yeah, I think it's supposed to stink real bad. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. That actually makes a lot of sense, though. Kind of like, I guess it's basically just like nitroglycerin, or I don't know. There's like a real life equivalent to like blasting jelly. So I don't know. Yeah. I love how Aang tried to save her, but she immediately went Avatar mode. Yeah. We're about to get to that part too. But yeah, Dylan Jelly. Yep, Dylan Jelly. That's me, guys. Okay, so yeah, that was fun. Big boom. Oh yeah, a lot of people commented on this face, by the way. I just want to point this out. So the face that Aang makes, a lot of people really like this face. Right here. This face is great. This was done by Ramen. He did a great job with this expression. It just feels so much like Aang, and yeah, I was like, that looks perfect. Yeah, like I wanted him to make a silly face that like feels like Aang, and Ramen was like, you mean like this? And I'm like, yes, exactly like that. How did you do that? So yeah, great stuff. Ba-bang! Oh yeah, like the wildfire too. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I love this part. This is a fun thing to work on. Ramen animated this shot too. Oh yeah. Oh, this is actually interesting. We're gonna watch the storyboard in a bit too, and this is just a small thing that I wanted to point out. This wake up sequence actually wasn't in the original storyboard, so I added this in later at the very end, and I animated these two shots. But we'll go over that in a bit. Yeah. Miguel Hidalgo, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Do you offer classes on creating the characters? Unfortunately, I do not, and especially since the art gun made these characters, and she did a great job and way better than I could. So in my opinion, am I really an authority on that? Actually, I say I don't offer classes. Technically, I do have a creating a toon character workflow training course on the Blender Cloud, but it's outdated now because it's in 2.7. So I wouldn't recommend it, to be completely honest. I think it isn't super relevant anymore because the shader and everything doesn't work in 2.8. So yeah. Yeah. Will the stream be available to watch later? Yes, it will. It'll be unlisted though, so it's going to be in the live stream playlist at the bottom of my channel. So you can always go back and watch it, but it won't be in my videos list. Yeah. What part of the building are they falling from? I don't know, like that room, the top, I guess. They're falling from like the mountain technically now. Yeah. Uh-oh. Time to run away. Oh, Christoph did a great job with these underwater shots, by the way. So, look at this shot, guys. Just look at it. So this shot was done. I believe it was animated by Ramen. He did a great job with that. The effects, the bubble particles, were actually done by Austin, and then the compositing was done by Christoph. There was a lot of like look development by Christoph done here, which was fantastic. Just super good stuff. Like it just looks beautiful. And I'm gonna show you guys the storyboards for this too. It's actually really cool. We're gonna watch a breakdown video today probably. I think I'll show you guys the breakdown video. Yeah, I might as well. There's a breakdown video that shows everything, but I'm gonna be uploading that like next week or something like that. So it's secret for now, but I'll show you guys a behind the scenes because I think it's cool. Yeah, this is nice. This was nice, right? Yeah, so gorgeous. So gorgeous. Yeah, like the Naruto opening. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, Saran did the first two shots. Thank you, Ramen. Thank you. It's hard to keep track sometimes. Yes, exactly. Saran did the first two shots, and then Ramen did the waking up shot, which was also great. How was the background environment made? Oh yeah, the background was made by Leonardo Braz. He's actually a great environment artist. He works for Axis, and there's just so much detail in the pillars and everything like that, and the temple. He did a great job with it, and especially at the end. I really like that final pillar, the broken pillar at the end that we get to see. I'll show you guys that later. When is this Aang in the timeline? This is young Aang. This is like after the first series Aang. He's still like 13 or something. Torrance, oh hey! Thanks, man. Thanks so much. Oh, I love this. I love this part right here. Tank Knight says, "Hey Dylan, in the part where the girl cat goes in the house, The house is small. How are their rooms? Sus. Yo, let me just say, that was like really. You weren't supposed to notice that. Yo, Torfe the Fae, thank you so much for the 300 rupees. If you're looking for auto lip sync for your avatar, check out Oculus Lip Sync. Whoa, that's cool. VR avatars, it's made for VR avatars, but it's free. It works for both 2D and 3D in real time and exports. I use it for my animations. Yo, thank you so much for that. That's actually really cool. I'm gonna look into that because I'm pretty interested in seeing something like that work. It would be really cool. Yeah, definitely. All right. Why isn't Korra with short hair? This is earlier Korra. This is like book 2 Korra, book 1 Korra. Yeah. Yeah. Aang so young yet strong. Oh yeah, man. Have you seen him against Ozai? Oh, geez, so cool. Is it all 3D and grease pencil? It's all 3D. We actually didn't use grease pencil for this. Yeah, we did use grease pencil for the storyboard, which I'll show you guys later. Yeah. How difficult was the ice shattering from Korra's punch? Ah, good question. Good question. So right here, we have... Right here. Well, bam! So this was actually really cool. Austin actually helped us with this shot. He did a cell fracture with the ice and then animated all these pieces by hand. So he did a great job. How difficult was it? I mean, it wasn't particularly difficult. I'll have to, obviously ask Austin. He's like learning this stuff for the first time, and he did a great job with it. I will say that from an animation standpoint, it's not that hard. You have a lot of pieces, but basically what you do is you just sort of animate them from start and then to the finish point, and then just sort of like offset these things and adjust the keyframes a bit, and you just basically have 2 keyframes for each thing. So it's not super difficult. It's just a lot of work. And then we also have particles on top of that. So we have the particles here. These particle systems spawn to sort of add just a few more smaller pieces to these larger pieces. And then Christoph did a great job with the splash effect here, which really added to the effect. Without the splash, it doesn't feel quite as good. Yeah, and so then I just, I put in the ice. I extended the ice out to the end here to really bring that out. And Christoph did a great job with the comp. So I would say that like one of the more interesting thing about this shot is if you frame through it, there's a shockwave here at the beginning. This shockwave was actually developed by Late as Usual. He did a shockwave like tutorial on his Twitter, I think. And then the premise of it is basically just a refraction node. So we just added like basically this glass sphere, and we just like pushed it out, made this sort of like shockwave effect. And then we have like the cracks appear once for 1 frame, and then we go into the bang. And it's really like, technically it's 3 keyframes for each thing. But yeah, it's like not very much. Yeah. So that's basically what it is. The sound is pretty good. Hey, I'm glad you guys like the sound. I did all the sound. Yeah. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did all the sound. Man, I did all the sound. It took a couple days, but it was good. Glare. Stronger glare. Shane did the shot and it's fantastic. Oh, let me go back to the tidal wave actually real quick. So this tidal wave is actually something I wanted to talk about because Christoph did a great job with it here, right? Well, bam! Look at this tidal wave, man. It's so crazy. Christoph did this. It's all 3D. This tidal wave is 3D, which looks amazing, and the textures and everything, they move really well. Yeah, the asset he made for this is just fantastic, and it's just, man, look, it's just beautiful. They also turn to ice, which is great. So turning to ice from 2 different points, making this organic motion moving up forward. I added like the sprinkles, I added the water particles and the ice, and adjusted the timing a little bit just to match the movement of the characters, and added some ice particles there. You can see there. But man, it turned out so good. So Christoph did a great job with the tidal wave. We were actually really stuck on that. That was one of the harder ones, like we mentioned with water bending. You have these issues where it's like you kind of need to have the water, behave a certain way. It has to be like opaque and look a certain way. I was like, I don't know how to get that done because it has to be geometry, because it has to have that fullness to it. And yeah, it was really well done, and like it was great. Yep. Yes, we used Blender for this. How hard was it to animate the elemental rings? Not that difficult, actually. Big shout out to Late as Usual, who made the avatars, the entire avatar sphere on his own. It looks really good. So the avatar sphere here was by Late, and he did a really cool effect, something I want to point out. The air sphere is entirely procedural. Well, everything's procedural, but we didn't hand animate anything except for like the stuff that Wolf D did. For the effects anyway. Obviously the characters are hand animated, but as you can see here, the air sphere looks really good. This was done in the shader by Late as Usual with nodes, and so it's like it's basically math if you want to think about it that way. The air sphere was made with math. The fire here was actually made with math as well. It's a sort of like 3D noise texture essentially with like, anyway, it's really cool. And the rocks were just like a particle instance, and the water was honestly just a torus. the water inside the air sphere was the easiest one to do, like by far. It's just like, hey, let's just add a torus and like just add like a texture that's like moving and spinning, and then that's literally all it does. So that was great. So the air sphere was probably the coolest thing that I think like just made everything so much easier, just like having that there and working. Late did a great job with that. And in terms of animating it, like we didn't actually, as animators, we didn't have to touch it that much. I was able to set up the assets so that it would follow Aang for the most part, and there was basically just one translational and rotational control so that we could just proxy it and move it around if we needed to. But other than that, it would just be around Aang, and that worked out really well. Yeah. Great shot here too. Lots of collaboration on those effects too. So many. Like here we have Late as Usual's tornado. We have Kristoff's like water tornado base stuff. We have a stormy whatever. We have Kristoff's clouds. We have Kai's destruction effects on the pillars. You can see those things coming up. We have obviously like Late's air sphere. We have Kai's fire feet. You know, this was animated by what's this Saranin? I think this is Saranin, or was it Ramen? It's one of you two. Because there's another shot that looks exactly like this. Oh, Ramen did the fire one. I think Saranin did this one. So this is like, and then like I did the lightning effects along with Kristoff, and like I also added the Fresnels that we did here. Yeah, like you can see that every time lightning flashes, we have an outline around the character. That was like a cool effect that I decided to implement into the shaders. So that was, yeah. Yeah. The lightning was actually fairly easy to do because we just used sort of like these pre-made textures that were hand drawn as like lightning effects. Yeah. You loved the last line? Yeah, King Al. I'm glad you liked it. That was fun to write. It was a lot of fun to write. Why'd you stop? Well, bam. Okay, this pillar is so pretty. This was done by Leonardo Braz as well. So we made this pillar actually at the very end. Originally it was just like a flat pillar and like it didn't look too good. So this showcases, I'm hoping you guys understood this, but this is supposed to be one of the pillars that they broke during the fight. So it's a really cool callback to like the destruction, the environmental destruction that happened earlier in the video. And it's just such a great way to end it and compared to what we had before. So Leonardo did a great job with this. It looks super detailed and like it feels like a broken pillar, and it's great. Yeah. Yeah. So I hope you guys like that. And then we also did the zoop. Hello. He's just a cat with an eyeball. Oh, hey. Yeah. So that's it. That's it. That's the video. Where do you get the punch effect? The punch effects, I don't even remember. I've had them for years. It's like condensed fight sounds. I'm pretty sure it's the same ones that like everybody uses in like the stick figure community as well. I could be wrong about that, but it sounds like them. Sounds familiar. But yeah. Tank Knight, you're asking the good questions. When they fell out of the house and broke the mountains down, why isn't there any house on any of those mountains? And also, where's the stairs? Why am I finding secrets? Yeah, see, you're not supposed to notice these things, Tank Knight. You're not supposed to notice these things. The answer is that these are a totally different set of mountains. So, I mean, honestly, though, like if you look at it here, so what they're doing is they're falling from this mountain here, right? So we have let's just do some quick map awareness analysis here, right? So we have this mountain here with the house and the stairs. They fall directly downwards, okay? And then as they fall directly downwards, they land, blah, 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 blah. Even up to this point, they're still directly next to the mountain. And then Aang is like flying around, but he flies like back around, so he's still next to the mountain. And he falls. And you can kind of see the mountain over here, like just a little bit. Like you can see this mountain. Does it have a house on it? It's like off to the side. It's fine. So that's the mountain, right? Okay, so sure. And then they're underwater, and that's great, and you know all that stuff happens. And so then when he gets back out, he's still next to the mountain with the house on it. All right, we can agree with that. He freezes the whole Pacific Ocean, and then he comes out, and then he pushes her really far. So he's already moving like, I don't know, he's already moved like 10 mountains away. And then they go even further. And they're like, oh, we're going to move another 20 mountains away. And then over here, this is like 40 mountains away. So technically speaking, it's a different set of mountains. Technically speaking. Yeah. So we could totally just write that off. We're good now. Yeah. Cosmo the cat, thank you so much. Keep up the good work. My whole family likes this. Oh, I'm so glad. That's great. That's really cool. Yeah. Can you do a breakdown of the Demon Slayer video next time? Oh, that's a good question, man. Actually, yeah, we haven't done that yet because we're doing this sort of like watch together Q&A format. I've only been doing it for the past like 3 videos. I hope you guys enjoy this format, by the way, because I really enjoy it. I think it's a great way for me to just talk about the things that we did and really give like recognition to the people who did a great job on this video, and also just talking to you guys. You know, I've been enjoying it, so I hope you guys did as well as the past few times. We did one for Cyberkatsu, and we also did one for the Q&A video, and this is our 3rd one here, and I've been really enjoying them, so I hope you guys like it. But yeah, yeah, Omar Naja, that's the attention to detail with Aang's scar. That was the art gun. She did a great job with that. She decided that on her own. I was like, yeah, that's actually a great idea. What program do you use? I use Blender. Pickle mountains. They do look like pickles. What's this all one blend file? Oh, heavens no. No way. Each shot is a different blend file. Yeah. Does Aang have an arrow on his tail? Yes. Did you do a storyboard for this fight? Like, did you plan everything in an, like, yes. Oh yeah, let's do that. You guys want to watch the storyboard next? We'll watch the storyboard. We're gonna watch this through. We're gonna finish up this watch through, and then we're gonna watch the storyboard. Sound good? Okay, cool. I wanna start animation from where can I start learning basics? The Blender Fundamentals series. Well, I mean that teaches you Blender. Animation is a little bit different. Totally unrelated, but how did you learn to do anatomy, if you don't mind? I dissected real people. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't do that. I mean, to be fair, like I wouldn't say that my anatomy is particularly good. So I can't really answer that question, to be honest. Lost all. But thank you so much for the $5 super chat. So like I personally, like, I haven't drawn in a long time, and I haven't like done like really detailed models in a long time. Again, these models were done by the art gun, and she's got a great handle on anatomy, I'm sure. So yeah, I would ask her, honestly. How hard is it to manage a team? I mean, it's got its challenges, but it's really rewarding. Like, I've really enjoyed it. James Cole, $10 super chat. Thank you so much. Will you ever use human Dylan Gu avatar in a combat animation? That's a good question. Honestly, I feel like his rig could be improved before I do that. But, yeah, probably, to be honest. It would just be fun to do eventually. What did you think? I thought it was great, Dylan. Good job. Good job. Good job, person. All right, now go away. Does your avatar have feet? Actually, that's a good question. Yes, he does. He has shoes. He has black shoes. Wait, do they have the Nike logo on them? I can't remember. I kind of want to show you guys. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna open up a file that's a little trippy probably. But we're gonna go ahead and show you guys the storyboard in a second. Okay. Yeah. So ignore his hands there. Ignore his hands. He has shoes. Look at that. He has shoes. He has black shoes with green shoelaces. You just can't see the shoe. Again, ignore his hands. Ignore his hands. Just don't worry about his hands. Don't worry about his hands. Oh God, I showed you his hands. It's fine. It's fine. His hands are fine. Yeah, he's got black shoes with green laces. Da-dun, da-dun, da-dun. Yeah, so that's those are his feet. He does have feet. Yes, he does. Yeah. And I think there's actually a full body picture of him on my Instagram. So if you guys want to check that out, you can. So yeah. Anyway, don't look at those hands. Just gonna close that. Yeah. So let's take a look at the storyboard, shall we? Shall we? All right. Let's see here. Where is that? Where is that? I think it's this one.
Just so we're.
Yeah. I'm gonna show you guys this, but it's gonna be a secret. Okay. So don't show anybody. Don't show anybody. Did you learn everything you know in Blender online with tutorials by yourself? Yes, I'm self-taught. I am self-taught. Yeah. Am I a VTuber? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna skip this part real quick. Okay, so we got this stuff. This is just a quick this is just a thing I wanted to do for myself, just to like take a look at it. So I think you guys will enjoy it. Okay, I think you guys will enjoy it. We're just gonna watch it, but we're gonna just watch it once. Don't show anybody. This is a secret. All right. Show feed. Oh my god. Yeah. How do you make hair animations? Oh man, hair animations are. Oh man, hair is like hair is a real like. It's a real pain. It can be a pain. We have a really great rig for it now though. Like Serena did a good job with the new B bones, but the yeah, the hair animation is basically like if you wanted to animate like 10 different like arms at the same time. Each like strand of hair feels like a limb that you have to like really consciously like figure out, and that's why it's a little difficult. I will say that there's ways to simplify it and simulate it that we're playing around with recently, which helps a lot, but for the most part yeah. Anyway, you guys ready? Okay, let's go. All right, this is again, it's a secret. This is like behind the scenes stuff. Okay, so this is like I am gonna say, by the way, that so what we have here, this is actually called a script board. So this is not the version that's gonna be public. You guys aren't, no one's gonna see this except for you guys. But the script board here is a version of the storyboard that we have that I start with, which is just text. So it starts with text, and then I move on to a storyboard to complement the text. Now, this is not meant for public viewing, so like I will say that it's extremely distracting and it's not going to look good or anything at all. But basically what it is what I recommend you guys do when you watch this is to ignore the text, because the text is there for the animators to get more details. You guys are going to be more interested in the storyboard drawings themselves, so just look at the drawings. I'm going to be removing the text later, so you guys can look at that. This is just a production version of the storyboard. Sound good? Okay, cool. All right, here we go. This is the story. Okay, just to label this, 'cause I haven't labeled it yet. This is the storyboard in the top left-hand corner, and then this is the layout. So top right-hand corner is just what we have that is supposed to be animated later. So it's when I set up the blend files with the proxy characters, and we just lay out all the characters in the scene, and so that we can animate them for the animators later. So this is like more of like a distribution process in the camera animating process. So I'll just say this is just the cameras basically. So we have storyboard, camera, animation. So the bottom left-hand corner is actually the animation is all done. And the bottom right-hand corner is the final version, which includes all the effects and all of the compositing. Okay? Sound good? Cool. Let's go. Oh yeah, Will's word. Short hair is easier to deal with? Yes. Aang's hair is the easiest to deal with. All right, let's go. I want to make myself smaller again. Turn down the volume a little bit. There we go. So you can see the differences here. There's actually not that many. And when it comes to planning, you guys can see how the storyboard actually didn't change that much between when it was drawn and when it was animated. Lots of really cool stuff here, seeing the full process of the video. I drew the storyboard, by the way, like with my mouse. So just pretend like it's like pretend like it's the most beautiful art you've ever seen. Thanks, I appreciate it. Lots of T-posing. Yeah. Big boom. Storyboard best? Yeah? Look at that storyboard. Look at that. You can see there, right there, there's a difference there from the animation version and the final version. Jumpy, jumpy. We kept most of the timings for the shots the same and everything. You can see my storyboard. Yeah, and the, the camera version. Gorgeous shots. Can we get the T-pose version? Yeah, you guys want it? Yeah, it's gonna be great. They look like confused children. Yeah, they do. Yeah, I'm glad you like the lighting too. Yeah, I mean, it looks great at the end. Like, all the final renders are just really bring everything together. King Al, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Similar to my previous question, what would you recommend to use to attempt to create 3D models? I've only done 2D art, so this is a new world. Blender! Absolutely Blender. Blender, 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 Blender. Blender is great for modeling. How did Kai do the sonar effect? That's a good question. I can't actually say exactly how he did it. It was a complicated node setup. Yeah, it was a shader basically. Core creative mode. Yeah, yeah. She's just straight up floating. Yeah, just ignore the T-pose, guys. It's totally possible. Nah. Oh yeah, you guys can see the old pillar there too, actually at the end. Yeah, so I hope you guys like that. That was actually a really fun thing for me to watch because I just thought it was really cool just to see the progress between the different stages. So yeah, lighting everything is the last stage of the animation. Yeah, technically speaking, it is. Like we do sort of work on it on the way there. I do a little bit of look dev at the very beginning. And I do a little bit like when the environment gets finalized and stuff like that. So I am working on lighting and look dev at the same time, just to make sure that we know it's going to look good at the end before we start animating. But for the most part, yes, like we do finalize the lighting at the very end. Like we have to wait for the the animation and stuff to be finished first. Yeah, so I mean that's what I do anyway. So like you can see like all this lighting stuff doesn't happen until the very end. None of this is rendered until the very end as well. So these are all play blasts. Like this one here is a play blast. This is a play blast. Technically this is a play blast. But yeah. I hope you guys like that. Yeah. Ramen says, yeah, I drew a shitty grease pencil plan out for Korra's fire breath. Yeah. You guys should check that out. That was really fun. Let me check that out again. Oh yeah. Look at this too. So there's some really cool grease pencil moments here that like were like a fill-in. Like so Shane did a great grease pencil thing here for the mountain break here. So yeah, there's a face on the mountain. He's a little sad about his head breaking. But that's like Shane. He made like a grease pencil thing here. It's a fill-in for the final effect, which Kai made and did a great job with that. This is rigid body cell fracture stuff. Fantastic. So that's just a fun thing that we got to see. Was there a barrel though? Yeah, obviously. Oh God, the compression. What is going on? VLC, please. Oh geez. But yeah, lots of cool stuff. You can see like in the original there was just like triangles for her feet, for the fire feet. And just no effects here at all. And then we have Ramen's amazing grease pencil fire blast thing. And we got to see like honestly, oh geez, oh come on. VLC, please. We have the fire effect. I'll just let it play through. Yeah, Shane Newville. So right here, you can see the movement here matches really well, and like Kai actually animated the fire breath in the final version, but he used Ramen's fire breath as the guide, and it worked really well. Why does it need T-posing? Tell us the secret. Oh, T-posing is the default pose, guys. That's just how it is. That's when you don't do any work, you get a T-pose. That's why it's so funny. Yeah. So the T-poses are actually there because I'm not really animating them or posing them. I'm just putting them in the scene in the relative positions for the animators to know exactly where to put them and start and stuff like that. So it's mostly character staging and camera animation for this section here, the top right. Yeah. Korra going sicko mode. Yeah, it's accurate. Are you planning to make some sort of tutorial videos on how to make 3D animations? I have a course. So I have a course available. It's actually in the description, and it is on bloopanimation.com. They're a great team of people who actually make tutorials as well. I was fortunate enough to be invited to create the Blender animation tutorial, which teaches you all about the tools that you need to learn animation in Blender. So if you do want to do that, you can get that course, and it's actually pretty affordable compared to an actual course. So I highly recommend it if you guys are interested in that. And it also comes with a free rig. If you buy the course, it comes with a rig that teaches you about everything that you need, or it gives you an asset to learn with during the course itself. So it's a really, really good rig, actually. Sarandon helped us make it, and Artgun made the model for it, the Abby character. So I recommend it, personally. Yeah. Is the Blender animation tutorial package worth it? I don't know. Yeah, I think so, yes. It's actually a very, very good price. I mean, considering like the information that you learn is like condensed to the point where it's like, this is all the stuff that I wish I knew just to get started in animation. And I go over the dope sheet and the graph editor and pose mode and all these things, as well as giving you guys the resources like the asset for the actual Abby rig and a run cycle sheet, which you can use to create your first run cycle. So that's all there. And if you want to, like, if you want to get a head start like in animation, I think taking that course gets you to the point where you can actually start experimenting on your own, which is a really crucial thing for being self-taught. So for me, like, that was the point where I was trying to get to myself, and it took me a long time. So hopefully all the stuff that I go over in that course is able to get you there very quickly. That's the idea. Yeah. Aren't they A-posing instead of T-posing? Yes, Denny Z, that's exactly right. They are A-posing, yes. We prefer A-poses. I think A-poses are just better than T-poses, personally. But I wanted to talk about a few things in this thing as well. We'll get to that. But yeah. Where can I find the course? It's in the description. It's in the description, actually. So here's the thing. We have we have the A-pose, which we talked about here. They're just chilling. The things that are interesting are the parts. I wanted to give a shout out to the animators for this. There's parts here that deviate from the storyboard, and the reason is because the storyboard and the camera section don't have like any animation to it at all. And then you see in the animation section, in the final section, there's this really complex choreo here. And I just want to talk about it because it's great. So right here we have that storyboarded. We have this storyboarded. Then right here, you'll notice this storyboard here looks nothing like what we have in the bottom, unlike the other shots where we had a pretty similar shot. Hey, Shikamaru, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Since these animations are complete, would you ever upload a few of the files for us to study from? Also, do you ever use different scenes in Blender for different shots, or every shot is a new file? Good question. I don't know if I'll upload the files, especially since we actually use referencing. So like there's like none of the files actually have all the characters in them. They're all being referenced in from a source file. So there's a huge like ecosystem of files that exist where all these files can actually be used. Otherwise they break. So that's a little bit more difficult to actually share. But I will say for the scenes question, we have a different shot, a different file for each shot. So every single shot was distributed to the animators using a tool that Late developed for us, which helps break up the shots into different files and send them to the right people. So that's actually something that is very important to the workflow. We have to split up each shot into a different file so that we can distribute them to animators to work on at the same time. Back when I used to work on my own, I actually did everything in like one blend file if I could. And that's just because it was really easy for me to go from one shot to the next. That was something that just happened naturally. But when you have people working at the same time, you have to split up the shots into different files. Tank Knight, I'll see you later, man. Good night, dude. Good night. Yeah, so Proxy says, how long did it take to make the storyboard? Oh, a couple days. Like, it was just like, I had to obviously plan it out. That was like, the harder part. Drawing the storyboard was probably just like a day or two of work max. And it was with my mouse, so it wasn't like spending a lot of time on it. It was mostly just as a visual aid, so it was nothing crazy. So here's the thing I want to talk about. The reason why these are different is because this particular thing, as you guys can see, I basically say insert evenly matched 4 elemental showdown fight scene here. So this is actually just a part in the storyboard where I basically just say Okay, animator, go ham. And this is actually Shane's shot. So Shane is choreographing this fight on his own and fitting it within the time slot that he has for this shot. So right here we have just like an amazing choreo sequence at the bottom, and on the top right hand corner they're just sliding around. And the reason why they're sliding around is because they just need to get to the final positions which we have set for the next shot, just for the hookups. So I just have this shot is how it's supposed to start, and this is how it's supposed to end. So that's it. And then we have this shot, and then we have another one here that's like completely animated by Kai, and like I have like nothing here that's like planned out at all. He did a great job with that, and then we just have like boom, flying through the walls. Yeah. And this is another one by Saranin and another one by Ramen, and we just have like the ending here. He's supposed to be like, oh, what's going on? And then boom. So yeah, that's how we do the storyboards. Like there's certain fights in here that I'm like, I'm not gonna animate the whole thing. This fight is gonna be up to the animators, and I think they're gonna do a great job with it. Yeah. Yeah. Can you explain how you make the cuts in the shot? Using append? Well, I don't use append because the shots themselves are separate and they just need to be separate. You render them out separately and then you put them together in a video editor. So you want to use a third-party software, or you can use Blender as well. You can actually create Blender is a video editor as well, so you can bring the files in there. But I use image sequences, so the files don't interact after they get split apart. It's only after they render out that you're using the image sequences that result from it to piece everything together. So yeah. Why'd you do the fish dirty? Oh yeah, the fish. Oh man, the fish. Look at this guy. He's such a cute little fish. He likes it. He's being thrown into the ocean. She's like, oh hey, here's a fish here. I better throw it back. See, it's fine. It's just it's perfectly ethical, and it's like a roller coaster for him. Yeah. Just wrong. Yeah, I'll see you later. Don't worry. We're actually going to be ending the stream relatively soon. We're going to be talking a little bit more about some stuff, answering some. Oh, no, we're not. We got to do some comment reactions, guys. Let's do that real quick. Okay, so we're good with the storyboard, right? All right, we're great with the storyboard. Yeah. Yeah, let's do some of those things. Let me make my face a little bigger. Here we go. Perfect. I could be this big. I can just talk to you guys like, hey, how's it going? Just kidding. Okay, we're gonna make this big. Yeah, it's a good size. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about some comments, shall we? Is this an Autodesk Maya? No, heavens no, it's not. I use Blender. You're saying some stuff that are in Maya, but I thought you used Blender. No, yeah, I don't use Maya at all. I talked about referencing, I think. That's technically, in Maya, it's called referencing. In Blender, it's called linking, which just, I'm going to be honest. Maya has better words for things, okay? Like, I say things like play blasting. That's a term from Maya. Blender doesn't call it play blasting. They call it, like, viewport render. And I'm like, that's so long and, like, not descriptive. I'm just like, yeah. So I'm like, nah, I don't like to call it viewport render. I call it play blasting because it's just a nicer term. And I think before they called it viewport rendering, they called it like open GL render. And I'm just like, guys, this is not descriptive at all. Come on, guys, come on, let's go. Yeah, the ASMR angle, yes, of course. Wait, I can do this. Oh no, I'm up here. Okay, we're good. All right, so anyway, let's talk about some comments. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in here so we can actually see this stuff. Where's the how do I? Okay, there we go. This is good. This is nice. All right, let's take a look at this stuff. Millennium Adam here says, are you in the chat? I don't know if you're in the chat, but this is actually really great. That I love that this is the top comment right now, because I'm really glad you guys like. Oh geez, Twin Soul, please don't do that. There was a really cool moment where, like, in the comments I was noticing a lot of people really like the ending, and I mentioned this already earlier, but I'm really glad that you guys. I'm really glad that you guys like the ending, because when I was writing it, I was like, oh, I think this is gonna be good. Like, I think so. And I was writing the dialogue, and I was like, I really like this dialogue. It's something that's like super succinct and super like meaningful, and that's what I really wanted to get out of the Aang line. Which, by the way, is Aang's only line in the entire video. Just want to say that. Like, Korra talks, like, she says a lot. Aang only says, because you didn't. That's the only thing he says, which is actually really cool, and I think it's a very interesting, like, he's very conservative in his words, and I think it was really cool. So anyway, thank you, Millennium Adam. I'm glad you liked it, and also the 1,000 people who like this. I'm just gonna like that. I'm gonna heart it. You got evidence. I just hearted it. But yeah, I'm really glad you guys liked it, because it's just, it was. I'm satisfied. But yeah, oh, thanks, Kim Possible a lot, appreciate it. That moment when a 5-minute fan animation is more true to the actual show than an entire Hollywood movie. Yeah, I read this comment, I was like, oh man, like, yeah, like, I'm not gonna say like yes or no. I'm not gonna like trash M. Night Shyamalan or anything like publicly, but you know, he's like, he's his kids like the show, you know, like his kids liked the show, and therefore he was like, oh yeah, I want to make this, but I haven't seen it. Like, as far as I know, like, he just felt like it was like a kid's movie, and he didn't take it seriously, as far as I know. And like, it feels like he didn't take it seriously, because honestly, like, he changed so much about it. He didn't pay any attention to the fans. He didn't realize like that a lot of the fans were honestly like, you know, they really loved the show, and there's so much about the show that they just like didn't follow. They were like, yeah, no, we're just gonna ignore that stuff. We're gonna change this lore. We're gonna call him Aang because we just like it better. You know, he's just like, how can I change this? How can I make it better? And I'm like, you can't make it better. What are you doing? Anyway, so there's that. Lapracap says, I like how Korra isn't the most comfortable flying with airbending, so she uses little fire jets to help stay afloat in the air. Yes, very true. This is actually something that the creators did in the original Korra as well. Korra can't fly with the air sphere. When she's in Avatar state in the Legend of Korra, she uses the fire jets to actually fly. And yeah, as Mr. Pogi actually pointed out, it's a common tactic Korra uses. She can be seen fire jetpacking in the show. And I think it's mostly when she's actually in Avatar state. I could be wrong about that. I think she can fly a little bit without it too. But it's interesting because what I noticed was that, like, in the original show, Ozai flies with fire feet, but it's actually one of the only times we really see somebody flying around with firebending. Azula kind of does it here and there, but not like super, not like a lot. You know, she's not flying like a whole bunch. So what I find interesting about that is I'm wondering if fire feet bending is like only possible in an enhanced state. Like, obviously with the Avatar state, you can reach that level, but also during Sozin's Comet, which is Ozai's like final battle moment. So I find it interesting that like that's the only time we saw it, and I'm wondering if that's because it's only like a powerful move, which makes sense because it's a lot of propulsion, you know. It has to support your entire body weight. Yeah. Definitely fits the bill. I'm glad you like it, Coupon. Thank you. I had to bend some rules. Hey! Yeah. I was wondering if you guys would notice it. Continuity bending. Yes, exactly. Please don't tell Mom. A legal meme dealer? Yes. That is the exact reaction that Korra would have. Absolutely. Who's the mother? You know, I would say Roku, but like, maybe he wouldn't care. I don't know. So I think actually some people said, oh wait, hang on. Some people said Kyoshi, right? Yeah, Kyoshi. Kyoshi being the mom would be hilarious. Would Kyoshi make a good mom? I don't think so, to be completely honest. Yeah, I really don't think Kyoshi would make a good mom. Yeah. Honestly, he tried but didn't get what made it great. Yeah, Andreas, I agree with that. Like, I'm sure he wanted to make it better, but he didn't really know like how to make it better. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, by the way, like there's hang on, there's a few other questions here. We have oh, this is nice. This is nice. Hang on, let me zoom in on this. As a longtime fan of both series since Atla, there we go. That was a long time ago, man. Yeah, it's crazy. This is definitely a nice addition to the many videos that I would cherish within the fan base. Very nicely done. Cannot wait to see more kitties fighting. Keep up the great work, Goo. Thank you so much, Zamu Kajit Plays. Thank you. I'm glad. It's very, very nice words. Very nice words. Another one here. This is just cute. Thanks, man. The foaming guy meme, actually, I kind of wish I put him in here. We also have a bunch of comments actually talking about the cabbage merchant. A lot of people were wondering where the cabbage merchant was, and like, hey, you know, honestly, I was considering it. Oh, you guys want to know? Like, no, you guys are gonna hate this, but one of the original ideas I had for this video, like, I was like, oh, should I do Korra versus Aang, or should I do cabbage merchant turns into the Avatar? I was like, that could be a funny video, and I was like, nah, I don't think that's gonna be funny. That's not gonna fly. No one will like that. But of course, naturally, I'm sure all of you guys would like that. Cabbage merchant becomes the Avatar and goes into Avatar state. I don't know if there's cabbage bending in this universe, but hey, you know, like, we could make it happen, probably. You know, yeah, yeah. Oh, this is nice. Tim Dreadley says, I keep thinking, damn, these animations look so cool. Then you drop a new one, and I'm like, how are they getting even more polished and beautiful? Thank you so much. Is there a limit to how good your animations can be? I've come to the conclusion that there is no limit. Good stuff, Dylan Goo. Good stuff. Thank you so much, Tim Dreadley. I mean, that is really encouraging for me to hear, personally, because I have always wanted to make better animations each time. So, like, thank you so much. Like, that's one of the most important things for me when I create these projects, is I really want to create better projects so that I can better myself and push myself to a higher standard each time. So that's, I'm glad. Yeah, what about Sparky Boom Boom guys? Says Casey. I mean, yeah, that guy's also very important. I can agree with that. Yep. This Eclipse mistaken with the environmental concerns. Yes, I can agree with that. Yeah, honestly, probably a bad thing for the environment. I mean, that's why Aang wanted to stop, you know? He wanted to save the trees. Save the trees! It's important. It's an important thing in the Avatar universe. Yep. That's where you're wrong. I would love to see Avatar cabbage bending. Yeah, you know, like, I'm saying, like, maybe I messed up, guys. Maybe I messed up. There's a lot of potential with the cabbage merchant guy. He would be, yeah, he needs that screen time. I agree. He would be a force to reckon with. Cabbage armor. Oh man, yeah, that'd be great. Is it possible for one person to do all the animation? Absolutely, yes. Will it take a long time? Yes. I used to make all of my animations by myself, so it was definitely like a time where I would be like, oh, of course it's possible. Like, the animations I've made since I believe the first one that I collaborated on was One Punch Cat. So after One Punch Cat, all those projects have people that have been helping me out, which has been a huge help. And like, I cannot deny how much more polished and, you know, more complete and I guess more better these videos have been with the help of super talented people. At the beginning of my career, I was working on every animation on my own. So I did all the animation, all the modeling, all the rigging, all the effects, all the rendering, all the sound, everything, right? And I did them really fast too, don't get me wrong. Like, I was marching through those things. Like, I would do them in a month or whatever and then be like, okay, it's done. Do they look as good? No, not at all. No way. They're not nearly as polished, you know. There's a lot of corners you have to cut when you make an animation on your own, because the most important thing about doing an animation on your own is preventing burnout. And that's a really hard thing to do when you have so many responsibilities. So as you know, with that as a priority, cutting corners is one of the great ways to prevent yourself from burning out. Because when you start being a perfectionist, you spend too much time on every single shot, and you spend too much time on every single like effect and every single, you know, render error and all these things, and you need to get the quality perfect. That's going to end up stopping you from finishing that project. I can almost guarantee you, because you don't have the energy to do that when you're on your own. There's just too many things. So that's one thing I would say. But it's absolutely possible to do it. You just have to be okay with cutting corners. I just want to say that to all you guys. On the other hand, there are people who can do it and do a really good job and not cut any corners at all. And you look at Astartes, which is a great YouTube series of like the Warhammer 40K series, and like it's just a guy making fan animations, and I'm pretty sure he uses Maya, but like it's just a fantastic representation of someone doing a project that looks visually perfect and looks like a team made it, but it's just him. But he also takes a very long time. So it's important to know that there are trade-offs here. He has a lot of discipline, so he can do that. Do I have that discipline? I don't know, and I'm not willing to find out. So I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna get this done as soon as possible. But when working on a team, like there's just so many great people working on these things, and I can focus on the things that I can spend my energy on, and they can work on the things that they can spend their energy on. That all come together as a really rewarding experience, at least in my opinion. Yeah, perfectionism can eat up your time. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Monty had a really good video, on Haloid, where he talks about cutting corners where no one noticed. Yes, exactly. I've seen that video, and I think it's great. Oh my god, thank you so much, Bonjour, something. I can't read all the Chinese, but thank you so much for joining the support goose. Thank you for joining the member stuff. That's great. I mean, you guys may or may not know this, but we do have a members only feed where we do show a few sneak peeks of the videos, just so you guys know. So that's something you guys might be interested in. By the way, here's another one. Just Another Brit says, the spirit world twist makes sense. Aang was dead at the time. Congrats on finding a way to make this happen. Although you shouldn't be able to bend in the spirit world, maybe they found a way to surpass that rule. So this is actually a really good point out of are they in the spirit world? Are they not? And I honestly think that there is a lot of ways this could work. The spirit world twist. Yeah, you can't bend in the spirit world. But were they in the spirit world? And there's a bunch of different ways you can make it happen. And sort of one of the ways was this is more of the inner self that, whenever Aang was talking to Roku, he wasn't in the spirit world. He was just talking to him. And sometimes he was in the spirit world, sometimes he was in spirit form. Sometimes there was those other things. And technically Aang, for example, in Legend of Korra actually did do mind bending with Korra, and so he can do it. So there's a lot of can they do it? I don't know. We'll see. But I want you guys to know that the interpretation is up to you. Ova Zealous, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. How long did it take for you to make a living doing animation, and do you work on other projects? Yes. Yeah. So there's a couple things. I have been doing this for oh god, how long has it been? 4 years? 5? I've been doing this for about 4 years, almost 5 years now. And when it came to doing it full time, at the beginning I couldn't really afford to do it. And then after about a year, I think I was okay, I think I can actually start doing it full time. And that's how long it sort of took for me to reach that base level. I've been growing a lot, and I've been growing the team a lot. And so there's a lot of different when it comes to doing it as work, as a living, there's a lot of different nuance about that. It's not as straightforward as you think. It's a business. It's not a job. So you have to actually make sure that you make enough money. It's not so much a just show up to work and you get paid, because it's a lot of work, and you have to make good decisions. So I can't say for sure how long it takes for anybody else, nor can I guarantee that it'll take a certain amount of effort or however, because it matters a lot based on what you do and all those things. But yeah, shout out to the members only Discord. Yeah, guys, by the way, so if you are a member, you get access to the studio Discord, which is where we work, and we have sneak peeks, and we also do streams. So if you guys want to see streams of the in progress animation of the the next projects that we're working on, you'll be able to see our animators streaming that every now and then, and I might stream as well a few times depending on what I'm working on. And if you guys have questions, you can also ask them over there while we're streaming. So that's something that you get access to when you're a member. You can either be a member on YouTube or Patreon, and that's just available to you immediately. So yeah, you just have to connect your Discord account with your YouTube account, and it should automatically invite you to the Discord server. So yeah. For some reason, I mixed up Korra and Katara, and the whole time I was watching, I didn't know Katara could do all this. I did not finish the show. Xander, yeah. Actually, a lot of people were talking about hey, is that Katara? And I'm no, it's not Katara, it's Korra. Yep. So that's fun. Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Red Jar Man for Dylan Gu, the last red rule bender. The last rule bender. That's me. That's exactly who I am. Someone else mentioned this in the top comments too, and I was like, yep, that's exactly what I was going for. Thanks, guys, for noticing. Yeah, you have a members only Discord. Yes, exactly. James Lee, how's it going, dude? Welcome back. Do you have a story you're planning on animating in the future? Yes, I do. Yeah, but I'm not going to talk about it obviously because it's a secret. Yeah, obviously it's a secret. But obviously we will have announcements about that in the future, but I'm not going to talk about it right now. I will say it exists. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, all solo developers, animators, writers, story writers, I got nothing but mad respect for them. Yeah, honestly, like, it's crazy doing stuff by yourself. It is crazy. But yeah, actually, Ramen said the guy who worked on Astartes actually got hired by Games Workshop to make Astartes official. I did not know that, and that's actually amazing. That's just so cool. He deserves it, man. He absolutely deserves it. Any animation advice for beginners? Will you do a sketchbook tour? A sketchbook tour? I don't have sketchbooks. I mean, yeah, maybe. It's interesting because, like, as an animator, you don't really have, like, a lot of, like, sketches. I do have a couple things that maybe I could show you guys, like, later on. Like, a reel would be really fun. Actually, one thing I do need to do is update my channel trailer. So, yeah. Yeah. Alejandro Ojeda says, not only you made me have a great time, but you gave me the advice I needed. Thank you. You're very welcome, Alejandro. I hope you succeed, you know, in everything you need to do. Lorenzo says, hi, I'm going to make an anime-style 3D animation for my bachelor project. Any tips you could give me for things to watch out for? Oh, man. I have no idea, to be honest. It really depends on what level you're at and, like, what you're really worried about the most. Like, when it comes to, like, render times and stuff like that, I will say if you're not familiar with render times, just know that, like, if you're trying to finish the animation by the deadline and then just render it, like, overnight, that may not happen depending on how long your project is. You're going to want to spend, like, you're going to want to give, like, at least a week just to have enough time to render. So you want to finish before the deadline, you know, so you can render all that stuff out. Just saying, like, at least a week, but, like, you got to do all the sound and everything too, but you can do that, like, with Play Blast. But I just want to point that out there. For the actual, like, 3D anime stuff, like, there's a lot of things that could go wrong, but also a lot of things that are pretty easy compared to, like, real photorealistic stuff. So I can't really point out anything in particular that's, like, sticks out to me as, like, oh, you got to watch out for that. Do a DeviantArt tour? Oh, God. Oh, Proxy, you don't want to see my DeviantArt. It's so old. It's so old. Yeah. Oh, the guy who made Astartes made a video a few weeks ago that he got hired by the creators. Yeah, that's so cool, man. That's so cool. Dax Trigger says, hey, I want to ask one more thing. Do you have merch? I would buy tons to support your channel. Yes, I do, actually. Yes, that's a good question. Check this out. Where'd it go? Wait, hang on. There we go. So this is my merch store, and this is DylanGoo.com. I believe it's in the description. Yes, it should be in the description. And we actually have the Aang and Korra pins, and they're 10% off until Monday, by the way, just in case you want to get them soon. And they will run out. They're a limited edition, so if they sell out, they're gone. We also have a bunch of other ones, like you can see, like, these sold out already, so you know it happens. We have the My Hero ones as well. And yeah, the Aang and Korra ones are on sale right now, so I do recommend that. But the store is just DylanGoo.com. We're gonna be posting a lot more, like, merch and other things, like, in the future as well. And you can look at all the things here. We have, like, enamel pins, plushies, and we also have an animation course, which brings you to bloopanimation.com. But yeah. Video description box. Your animations have a long wait, but it's worth it. Yeah, they do. You know, honestly, like, one thing I do want to do is create animations much faster. That's going to be something that's, like, a goal of mine in the future. But so far, like, it's just been really rewarding to see the great work that's come out of the team. Aang and Korra pins for sale. 2 copper pieces. Yeah, exactly. When do you plan on releasing a goo pin, Naldra? Yes, that's a very good question. We have goo pins, but we haven't released them for sale yet. And I do kind of want to gauge the interest in that, because I think it's something that, like, I'm not sure a lot of people will necessarily want. The goo enamel pins are the goo logo, and it's just a goo logo. It's a really cute, like, goo logo pin that you guys can wear if you guys want one. Yeah, that's something that, like, I feel like I want to release, like, later on, just as, like, a secret thing. But for now, I'm going to be saving it for, like, supporters and the team members to give out first, if anything. So, you know, that's what we're doing right now. But yeah, in the future, if you guys want a goo enamel pin, just let me know. You know, just shout it out so I know you guys want one. Yeah. On sale, I'm going to blow out a hole in my... Oh, Sleazy Wonka, thank you so much. But also, please, take care of yourself first. It's very important for me. Yeah. Do you stream regularly? I stream after every video release, pretty much. So right now, I'm not streaming like every week or anything like that. But after every video release, I do like to talk to you guys, because that means I get a little break between my projects, and I can talk about the video with you guys. So it's really fun. Let me switch my head real quick. There we go. Now I'm just looking at you. I'm not looking at Appa over there anymore. Question, can my bro get a shout out? Of course, Ralla's bro. What's up? How's it going? Any anime suggestions? Oh yeah, Code Geass. Please watch that. It's great. Yeah. What if they use blood bending on each other? That would be hilarious. How stupid would it be if somebody blood bended somebody else to blood bend them? Nah, I'm just kidding. That would never happen. Nobody would do that. The reason why I was asking about the fire is because shouldn't have the building been on fire and collapsing during the fight and having smoke in the sky during the background of the fight? That depends. I mean, technically speaking, most of the temple was actually made of stone, so it's not very flammable. I would argue that like during the initial attack, the rug that Aang was sitting on is what was burning, and once that burned up, the fire basically stopped. Because there's no more fuel for it. Like it's not gonna. Stone doesn't burn. So, in my opinion, I don't think it should have been on fire. There was a little bit of wood like on top, but most of it was stone. Watch Hoseki no Kuni. Yeah, Hoseki no Kuni is also really good. It's a great example of a 3D anime that works. It works really well. Can you upload the stream so I can revisit in the future? Yeah, the stream will be available, but it'll be unlisted. So it'll be on the bottom of my channel page. If you go to my, if you guys go to my channel page right now, you can see, if you scroll all the way down, there is a playlist called live streams, and you get to see all the past live streams that we've had, but it's all unlisted videos, but they're available in that playlist, which this one should be added to as soon as I end the stream, pretty much. Yeah. Question, where can we ask more questions after the stream? That's a good question. One thing that I do like to do is if people ask me questions in the supporter Discord, which is the studio Discord, we have a stream chat there. When people ask me questions in there, I usually answer them because I'm always active in the stream in the supporter Discord, because that is our studio Discord. That's where we work. You know, that's where the team works. So like the supporters and the team are separated in the Discord, so like they're not necessarily interacting with each other, but there is a stream chat where you can talk to the animators while they stream and ask questions and stuff like that. So that's actually probably one of the most reliable ways to ask questions, if I'm being honest. Yeah. If you were a bender, what type would you be? That's a good question, Leslie Ortiz. I would probably be a water bender, to be completely honest. Yeah. Just water bending just sounds so cool. It's by far the most versatile one. I mean, you get access to 3 states of matter. I mean, come on, right? Think about that. You got 3 states of matter, and like you have like, you know, earth bending. You know, there's some lava bending here, and that's kind of cool. But it's just lava bending isn't even like earth bending. I don't really get it. You know, it's kind of like this whole subset, and it's like when it comes to water, you just get like whatever the heck you want. You know, and it's great. Yeah. Let me in. Yeah, Xander, dude. I mean, technically speaking, Twitch subscribers also get access to it. So if you have like an Amazon Prime sub, and if you just like sub to me on Twitch, like I know I don't stream on Twitch anymore, but if you do sub to me on Twitch, there's you just hook up your Discord account with your Twitch account, you'll automatically be added to the server. Cactus Puppy did that, actually. And then of course there's also Patreon, like you can also get in that way. But yeah, shout out to the YouTube members and Patreon supporters, you guys, and Twitch subscribers. You guys have been super helpful in like helping everything. Airbending top tier. Hey, yeah, airbending's pretty cool too. The by far the coolest thing about airbending is the fact that you never have, like, you cannot stop someone from airbending. Air is everywhere. Like, you just can't, except for space and vacuum chambers. So the only way you can stop an airbender from airbending is by killing them. Like, actually though. You know what I mean? Like, that's pretty crazy, right? Yeah. Become a guru? Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's a good point. Yeah, Dax Trigger, of course, man. I'm just chilling here talking to you guys. We're going to end the stream probably in like a couple minutes, but I just want to chill and talk to you guys for a bit. I use Blender. I use Blender to animate, yeah. No, the gaming. If you had a chance to hang out with a character or voice actor from the show, who would it be? Oh, Dante Bosco, probably. Oh, by far. Man, Zuko is such a great character. Like, dude, I would chill with him. Like, man, I would just chill with him. Zuko is such a great character. By far my favorite character in the show. A flying bison, of course. Oh my god. That'd be so cool. You know, it's so cool when you think about it. It's like, why need to fly when you have a flying bison? I mean, yeah. Bread or cheese? Oh, cheese. Come on, guys. Easy question. Cheese, of course. Of course. All right, anyway. I'll see you guys later. This is going to be the end of the stream. We're going to... I mean, I am going to talk to you guys in the Discord, so feel free to hang out there. But in the meantime, I hope you guys liked the video. I hope you guys liked the stream. I really enjoy these, so that's great. And yeah. Oh, any ideas for the next video? I'm not going to tell you guys straight up what it's going to be. But I will say that it may or may not involve a dark forest with a lot of fire. Yeah, I'll say that. That's a good description. There may or may not be a locomotive thing. I don't know. Is that enough hints? I don't know. That's a few hints, right? That's like, yeah, that's a pretty. I think that's a pretty good. Is that the right word? Yeah, yeah, you guys got it, right? That's good. That's enough hints. All right, you're good. Yeah. So yeah, that's hope you guys get those hints. But anyway, that's gonna be what we're gonna be working on. So like, actually, if you guys are a supporter and you guys join the studio Discord, there is actually going to be streams of the next project, so you guys will actually see what we're working on, like before anybody else does. Like, you'll be like, oh, that's actually what you're working on. You'll see the characters, you'll see everything, you'll know exactly what it is. So the supporters in the stream already know, like, you guys have seen it already, what we're working on. So yeah. What? What are you guys even saying? I don't know what words you guys are. What does that word mean? I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, that's something we're gonna be working on. So I hope you guys enjoy that video when it comes out, because that's gonna be done like in the future. We've been working on it for a while now already, because we started it before this project even finished. So we're actually like just going through animation. Like, we're good. So goo bending should be possible. Goo bending would be possible with water bending, actually. You know, that's a very good point. Yeah. All right, guys. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Thanks so much for joining again, and thank you so much to everybody who's been supporting the channel and like watching the streams and watching the videos and everything like that. I really enjoy seeing you guys here. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video, next stream, all that good stuff, and in the Discord. Okay. Bye, guys. Bye.